Hey, Michaela, this is Miss Tracy. So these are the three that you are struggling with in lesson 86. And so the first thing I wanted to say or point out is that when it says to write this as an expression does not have an equal sign. So that is the first mistake I see. I'm not sure if I clearly explained that, but an expression is just like a sentence without an equal sign. An equation, if it says equation, that equal in the beginning, if you see the word equation, then that means it has an equal sign. Expression means there is no equal sign. Okay, so that is probably part of the problem if you got the two words confused, or maybe I didn't explain it clearly. So here is our first expression. So it says the sum of. So that tells me the sum of. We're going to be adding two numbers, at least two numbers. And so I'm going to look for a list of items to be added together. That's the next step. So sum of means my operation is adding. So we're adding stuff together. And I'm going to look for the list. So I've got the sum of the opposite of a number. So the opposite of a number, when we say opposite, we know that that just means the negative, right? We're multiplying it by -1. So the opposite of a number would be a negative, whatever that number is. We use the variable n when we don't know, or x. You could use x or n, it doesn't matter. But a negative n is the opposite of the number, and tells me that's where the plus sign goes, because this is a list here. We have this and this. These are the two things that are being added, so that's where the plus sign goes, because that's our operation. When you see that and, that's where your operation goes. So a negative n, the opposite of a number, plus -3. Now, when we have this plus and this minus together, they contradict each other. So what we really have is -n minus 3, and that would be the answer that you're looking for. Okay, so now we want to write the next one. So the first keyword that I see is product of. And product means multiplication. So we are going to be multiplying. So the next thing we're going to do is look for a list that we're multiplying. And that list here, we see they're joined by the word and. So that's going to be where that multiplication symbol goes. So 5 times a number, and 6. So you could say 5n times 6, or you could have said 5n and then 6 in parenthesis, or you could have even said 5 times n times 6. All of those, any one of those is still saying the same thing. So any one of those could be marked correct. And sometimes the problem is what the system has, like for the answer key. But this is what you typed in. You typed in addition with an equal sign. So if you had put multiplication here, I would have marked that right. But because you put a plus sign, you missed where it said product. You got 5n right, and you got the 6 right. You just got the wrong operation right here, and you put that equal sign in there. You don't always have to have that equal sign. Again, this one was an expression, so there's no equal sign. So let's look at the last one. And again, this one is an expression, so there's no equal sign. And it says the product of, so we're multiplying again. And now we're going to look for our list to see what we're multiplying. So we have 3, and there's our multiplication symbol. The sum of, so we've got 3 times a sum. So now we're adding stuff together. So what that tells me is I have 3, and then I'm going to have a parenthesis because it's 3 times the sum. There's some addition going on in here. So addition is going on here. And I'm going to find that and to see that that's where the plus sign goes. So multiplication 3 times this addition thing that's happening. So 3 times, I'm going to put the addition thing that's happening in here. 4 times a number, so 4n, and -2. Remember that positive and negative, they cancel each other out, so it's -2. So that would be the answer we're looking for. 3 times the sum of 4n minus 2. So this was like 2 operations in one expression. So you did, I'm not sure what happened here. I think maybe there was just like a glitch or something on the key, because you got 4n minus 2 perfectly right, and you got 3 on the outside. I don't know what happened here. I'm willing to give you credit for this one because all of this right here, all of this is right. It just needed this behind it. If you had just done that, because that part's right. So go back in and take out those answers, and then I would put in this one. Let me get a bigger size. This one, just redo it. I would use this one because it's just easier to write that one. And then this one. Make sure you understand what we're doing. All right. And where I got this from, right? The sum of means we're adding, and we found where to put the plus sign with our list of things being added. And again, when it says expression, that means something different from equation. So equation, you have the equal sign. Expression, there's no equal sign. And then this one at the bottom was hard, but you did it. You did it. You saw what it was doing. It's just, I don't know what happened with it being keyed in. Maybe you accidentally hit a button, or your elbow hit a button, or I don't know what happened. So just go back and just rewrite it, okay? And put that in. And like I said right here, you got the right numbers. You just had that wrong operation right here. We needed to be multiplying. And then this one, I don't know what happened here. The opposite of a number, I'm not sure if you hit a wrong key here or not. But you do have to take all of those equal signs out because they do not belong in an expression. All right, I hope that helps you understand what we're doing. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me or Lauren. She will work with you. She's, glad to have you back in her class. I know she's missed you. All right, sweetheart, I hope that helps. And if you need more help, message me again. I'm happy to send you more videos. Talk to you later. See you in class.